all, MuMum here, bringing you my MuMum's Monday musing. Although today's is more of a question, and I'm interested in hearing back from you today. So if you want to interact with me, that would be great. Drop me a hi, and then maybe answer my question, which is really about how you handle your emotions. And by that, I'm talking about your mumotions, the mummy emotions that come hand in hand with being a parent, and some of what I talked about last week in how hard it is sometimes, but equally how great it is sometimes. And I've just been thinking about how we go on this kind of roller coaster of emotion, and I've written down some of the emotions I have felt today. So starting with the more basic ones, we've got happy. I felt happy this morning. I've been sad this morning. Angry, I'll come back to that one in a minute. I've felt really proud this morning. I've felt love this morning for our little twinkles. Those are the more kind of normal, simple ones. But I've also written down, I've got a whole list. I've also written down self-pity because I woke up feeling a bit rough. So I was a bit piteous, if that's a word, of myself. Fearful, anxious, frustrated, annoyed. A bit of jealousy was chucked in there this morning. Determined, driven, motivated, and a tiny bit of self-loathing I've even chucked in there. So I don't know, I haven't even counted them, but more than a dozen. And that was all in the first, I'd say, 2 hours of being awake this morning. That I've been through little bits of all of those emotions, some more than the others, but and I was just wondering what to do with all of that. So I did the nursery drop off this morning. As you know, it's not going so well. It still didn't go well today. Lots of screaming, and I actually felt quite angry coming away. For various reasons, I'm not going to bore you with that today, but came away feeling a bit kind of wound up, a bit angry, and got home, and the first thing I did was felt very determined to do something. So we've got a bike trainer in the garage I'm supposed to be using regularly to get a bit healthier. I haven't been on it for, I'd like to say, a couple of weeks, but it's maybe pushing a month. So I jumped straight on it. I didn't even come into the house, went straight out to the garage, jumped straight on it, as you can see from my opening picture, and just did 25 minutes on the cycle trainer to Cascada, which is a bit random going back to my clubbing days, I think. But the music's a bit kind of pounding, so it got me going, and that has chilled me out a little bit. I've come into the house, I'm a bit more relaxed, and the kind of that initial kind of anger and being a bit frustrated has gone, so that's definitely helped. Although I've come into the house, and the other thing I do when I get angry and when I'm feeling a bit frustrated is I tend to organise, which is quite funny because that's not my normal go-to. I'm not a natural cleaner as some people are. But it happens to me when I feel frustrated or when I feel a bit angry about something. It actually drives me to kind of take control, so I start organising things. I do DIY that's been left alone for months, so MuMan, when he comes home tonight, is going to have a bit of a shock, unless he watches this, and he'll hear about it first, because I've moved a bit of furniture around. So, which I'll probably get told off for because I have a bit of a dodgy back, but hey ho, that's what happens when I get a bit angry or get a bit frustrated. I like to kind of try and take back some control, so I've done that by moving a bit of furniture. So that's what I do. There are other things I do when I feel sad. I tend to be a bit of a moper. I am one of these fairly emotional people. What you see is what you get with me. As you'll probably realise, I'm a bit more chirpy now. Last week I was a bit sad. I think I told you I couldn't get through filming these without crying. So yeah, when you watch me, what you'll see, how I'm feeling, you'll be able to see it. I struggle to hide my emotions on my face, and so yeah, I tend to be a bit of a moper if I'm sad. Other things I go to if I'm feeling various emotions are food. That's one of the ones I'm trying to stop at the moment, but have been known in the past to be a big comfort eater. Which again, I think for me is all about taking control and about choosing what I want to eat or what I want to do, or it's kind of a bit of a, I'm going to do this. So that's what I do. There are other things I do to cheer me up. Today I'm modelling a new lipstick. That's the kind of thing that chirps me up. And like a little treat for myself. So I'm trialling as well as being angry and getting on the bike trainer and moving furniture. I've also put on some lipstick to cheer me up. Trialling a new unique lip stain, which through my friend Leanne, and seeing how that lasts. It's supposed to stay on all day, so we'll see later. But little things like that actually really help my mood. So I'm intrigued and interested to know what helps your mood. How do you deal with those emotions? I think the reason for me that I have to find things to do is because a lot of those emotions directly come out of being a mum, and so it's often the twinkles that will create an emotion in me, whether that's sadness or anxiety or anger. A lot of the time it has come from something that they've done, and it's therefore feels like it's aimed at them, and I don't want that to be. If I've got angry about something, I don't want to take that out on them. But sometimes it's really hard not to, because they do stuff that winds us up. They do stuff that can frustrate us or make us sad. So for me, it's about finding little things that I can do to keep me going, to stop me from taking things out on them or MuMan. So yeah, just like I said, the things like lipstick, buy myself a new piece of jewelry, some things like that, because sometimes just make me feel a bit more like me and kind of get back to remembering who I am. And then actually I'm not an angry person. I never was angry. I remember pre-children 2 times I think in my life when I've really lost it, and one of those times I threw cushions at somebody because I was actually afraid of hurting them. So even when I'm angry, I'm still kind. So yeah, I'm not an angry person, but sometimes kids bring out these things in you. So those are my kind of little ways of dealing with it and with getting myself back to kind of a normal temperament. So yeah, that's what I've done. I'm waffling on as usual. I would love to have some of your ideas, some of your thoughts about things that you do to curb the emotions, and maybe some of the emotions that you feel and some of the things that your kids kind of instill in you would be really interesting too. If you're watching me, let me know. I'd love to know who's out there. It's really funny. I keep having people comment and say, oh, I saw your vlog. People that are completely unlikely that wouldn't expect to watch it, so which is brilliant, but I don't know when I'm sat here on my own. So if you're watching the vlog, please let me know. Just say hi and let me know what you do. The other thing I've just done to calm me down as well in organising is I've just decluttered the girls' wardrobe. So I now have I think 2 big black bin bag fulls of clothes that I need to list on MuMar. That's why we created MuMar. So I'm going to go and do that today, and I look forward to hearing from you all, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye.